Hi, Fruity Cutie. What's up, boo? My name is Jeannette, also known as Ms.FitVegan. And today, as you can see from the title, we're going to talk about exactly how many greens do you need to eat as a raw vegan. Okay, this is a good question, but you need to know you. And I'm going to break it down and make it very simple and easy for you to know you. Because these What I Eat in a Day videos are very confusing and a big waste of time, to be honest, unless you're getting some good recipes from them. But watching What I Eat in a Day videos is going to only confuse you more and more and more. Because everyone is an individual and we're moving differently. Some people are walking a lot. Some people have a construction job. Some people are sitting at their desk all day. Some people are walking on their walking pad all day. Some people have kids. Some people don't. Some people just lie in bed all day, watch Netflix. Some people run marathons. Okay. Also, people are coming from different lifestyles and people have different cravings. And there's a lot of different things going on. People are different ages and different weights and they sleep differently and all these things, right? So how do we know how much greens you should eat? That's the question. How much greens should you eat as a raw vegan? Okay, I'm going to stop with my hair. Yeah, I got to stop it. Okay, so basically what you should do is, and here's what I do, all right? When I am craving sugar, processed sugar, when I'm craving something sweet, when I'm craving, cooked food, if you have any cooked food cravings, you're not eating enough fruit, okay? There's two principles that you need to know about. This is the first one. If you're craving sugar, sweets, candy, cookies, you're not eating enough fruit. I put that on my motherfucking life. If you're craving salt, if you need salty things, if you're craving chips, if you're craving salt, you're not eating enough greens. You can get your greens in a salad, in a juice, in a smoothie. When you are craving salt, you are actually craving minerals from the earth. God, he's very smart. He knew we were going to have sweet and salty cravings, okay? The sweet cravings, boo, he gave us the fruits, the oranges, the watermelons, the persimmons, the mangoes of the winter. By the way, you got to try this dressing, persimmons, dates, basil. Make some zoodles, zucchini and cucumber noodles, put it in a bowl. Persimmons and dates and basil. You can leave out the dates if you don't want it that sweet. Persimmons and basil. Okay, I don't personally take off the skin. I just take off the top, throw that away, and then blend it in the blender with some basil. Now, you could do dill, you could do any other herb too, but that's a good one. So now, when you are craving salty things, you are craving greens. Light greens, dark greens, greens, okay? You can do celery, you can do cucumber, you can do romaine, you could do spring mix, you could do spinach, you could just eat it like chips. You know, you like to eat the chips. Buy a bag. I always do this. I buy boxes of the greens and I just eat them in the car like chips, all right? I actually have a great salad that I'm going to bring to the beach. I buy these big boxes of greens. I take half of it out, put it in a container, and then I make my salad on top, and then I bring it to the beach and I eat. And I throw it away. You know, I don't have any dishes to do. I don't have to worry about all that stuff. So that's good on the go tip for you. You need to understand those two principles. When you're craving unhealthy cooked food, the sweets, the cookies, the candies, you know it's a clear indication you haven't eaten enough fruit that day. That's all. You're not bad or stupid. You're not lazy. You're not undisciplined. You probably don't have parasites, or maybe you do if you've eaten dead animal body parts recently or dairy. But your microbiome just wants what it's made up of. If you have been eating a lot of cupcakes, you're going to want cupcakes. Once you stop giving in to your monkey mind, okay, the ego, your lower self, okay, I call it, you can name it. It's your habit, your addiction. Once you stop giving into your addiction, your inner roommate, the self-sabotager, and you want cupcakes, but you eat grapes instead, guess what happens? You start to retrain your microbiome, okay? You guys love that word. You retrain your microbiome to actually want fruit. And one day you will only want your species-specific food, fruit and vegetables. Now, nuts and seeds are very helpful because they help you get off processed foods. I would never in a million years recommend you go straight from processed foods, meat and dairy, straight to fruitarian or just fruit and vegetables. If you're going to do a just fruit and vegetable diet coming off of processed foods, I'd recommend you do healthy cooked food. Okay, so sweet potatoes, squashes, you can cook mushrooms and peppers and zucchini and things like that. If you don't want to eat the nuts and seeds, I would recommend you do healthy cooked food. And when I say healthy cooked food, I'm not talking about no motherfucking grains. I'm talking about food from the earth that you can eat raw. That's the best cooked food, right? You saw that video? I'll leave it down below, or I'll put it here somewhere. I'll try to do that technology. So I was just thinking about how I always like joke that I can't do anything, but I just made a documentary in 4 days. Let me know. You guys really are so nice. Thank you so much for all the nice comments on the B12 documentary. So I guess I should do more, right? I did that in 4 days, but granted, I didn't sleep. I did not sleep. I work during the day. I'm a coach. I'm helping 2 fruity cuties write their first book. If you'd like my help, I have 2 fruity cuties that are writing their first recipe book. If you want me to help you, I'll leave the link below, or you can email me. I'm teaching my food addiction freedom course. I have my private community. I'm working on the Woodstock Fruit Festival volunteer website. I'm finishing up my book, The Eat Fruit Be Cute Diet. And so I do that during the day. And I have other things to do too, laundry and juicing and shit. It's a full-time job being healthy. And then during the night, for the past, few nights, I did the documentary. So thank God I'm raw, baby. Thank God I'm raw. Okay, like barely slept. And I still, did my steps. I get 20,000 steps a day. I still went to, shopping. I had to get something. Life is still lifing. Okay, but we digress. What was the point of this? Oh, yes. The point is that don't go straight from raw, crappy food to fruit and vegetables only. You can do that, but make sure you're getting some calories from starches, probably sweet potatoes, and, squashes are the best. Or you could do what I did, which is go raw vegan. And I did, oh God. As long as it was a fruit, vegetable, nut, or seed, I ate it. So that's what I did. I don't know which one is healthiest. There's no one way to heal. There's many ways to be healthy. I know some of these raw vegans, they want to like all of them. And I respect them. And I interviewed a lot of them recently. Doug will say the only way to be healthy is 80-10-10. And Professor Spira will say the only way to be healthy is Arnold Ehret, mucusless diet, which 80-10-10 and the mucusless diet are the same thing. Break it down. It's the same fucking thing. And then the next person will say the only way to be healthy is to do a 40-day juice cleanse first. And then the next person will say the only way to be healthy is to eat lots of healthy fat. And you're like, what the fuck? I don't know what to do. Here's what you do. Take a deep breath and know that they're all selling their products, their memberships, their books, their supplements, their courses. It's a business, and you can't hate them for that because they're doing their life purpose, right? They're doing God's work. Yes, promoting this amazing lifestyle where we don't have to hurt animals in order to be healthy and happy and thrive. But you need to read between the lines, and you need to know that there's more than one way to heal. There's more than one way to lose weight. There's more than one way to be raw. There's more than one way to be healthy. The way I do it might not work for you. So you have to see what works for you. Oftentimes, people will try very, very, very hard to do what other people do on the internet, and it doesn't work for them. If it doesn't work for you, there's another way. Okay, I have a fruity cutie. She likes to eat fat with every meal. It satiates her. So she has avocado with her breakfast. She has nuts with her lunch. She has, a really good cashew dressing at dinner. And so she has fat and it works for her and she feels great and she's losing weight and she's healing. So you need to know that there's not one way. But the thing that I would really love for you to take away from this video is if you're craving salt, you're not eating enough greens. And how many greens do you need? Well, are you still craving salt? You need more greens. If you're still craving salt after you've eaten greens, and you don't have to make a whole fucking salad or production, you can just eat the greens, right? You can just eat them. Buy the greens in the box and eat them. If you want, you can do a smoothie or a smoothie bowl or whatever, it's a big salad, but are you still craving salt? You need more greens. Now, if it's to the point where you've eaten so many greens you can't eat anymore, maybe you want to try one of these green powders. I'd recommend the Daily Green Boost barley grass juice powder. I do have a discount code somewhere. I'll try to dig it up. I don't use it, but Some people find that helpful in the beginning because they cannot satisfy their salty cravings. And to that, I say, your body's begging for minerals. You know, a lot of people are grinding their teeth. And what I have learned is, and I used to grind my teeth too, I used to have really bad TMJ. What I have learned in the past is that a lot of times TMJ is a mineral deficiency. Okay, your body's begging for greens and you're not giving it greens. You're eating chicken nuggets and french fries. So you're grinding your teeth to get calcium from your teeth, to get minerals from your teeth, and grinding them at night. Yeah, I think that's what I was doing most of my life till I went raw. So I really fucked up my teeth, not just with the soda and the candies and the cookies and the Twizzlers, but also with grinding my teeth for the first 20 years of my life. I never ate a salad. Did you? I fucking never did. I never eat a piece of fruit. I mean, I used to have watermelon. That was always my favorite fruit. But anyway. All right. Thank you guys so much. If you're craving sweets, you're not eating enough fruit. If you're craving salt, you're not eating enough greens. And that's it. It's as simple as that. It's as simple. Don't overcomplicate it. Let me know below what you think, and I'll see you in the next episode. By the way, there's some days that I don't eat any greens. I've never worried in my entire 15 years. I have never worried about minerals, calories, vitamins, the chronometer shit. I don't do that. I don't worry about that. I think to myself, how ridiculous to worry when you're eating fruit and vegetables. I should have been worried when I was eating McDonald's and Dunkin' Donuts, meat and dairy. You do not need to worry when you're eating raw. Trust me. If you're hungry, eat. Eat fruit, vegetables, nuts, and seeds. Stick to those categories of foods. You're going to be absolutely blown away by your results. And let me know when you are. And maybe I'll put you in my next book. I'm working on my next testimonial book of people that go raw, stay raw, and get the amazing results that they so deserve. All right, guys, check out my free recipe book below. Check out my website. I have a lot of different free resources to help you go vegan, healthy vegan, or raw vegan. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye.